Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we are off for more of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's been a while because of other stuff, like well, DS and Wii Wi-Fi support ending in 20th of May, so I've got a series going on there. PokeMMO first episode has been uploaded, even though with technical issues, that was recorded like a week and a half ago, and other stuff. Anyway, in the last episode of this series, well, we rode Stampede to get a heart piece. We found a grotto with deep water that gave us another heart piece. This place is infested with fire bats. We talked to a Goron with our name, exact same name thereof, and he gave us this fire tunic so we could enter the fire temple without combusting it in, spontaneously combusting into flames. Man, that was a mouthful. And in this episode, we're gonna go straight to the room, boss room actually, because that's where we gotta go, you know? Who needs to do this dungeon? It's Darunia! Dancing Darunia. Who's there? Is that you, Scatlink? Oh, it really is Scatlink. You've grown so big since I last saw you. That's what she said. I want to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain again. In fact, that was like a week ago. Where have you been? He survived the evil Volvagia. I accidentally skipped that text. On top of that, he's going to feed my people to that evil dragon as a warning to other races that might resist him. If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. I will go on ahead and try to seal up the evil dragon. I'm concerned though, because I don't have the legendary hammer. I have no choice. Scatlink, I'm asking you to do this as my sworn brother. While I am trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. The prisoners' cells, except for one, are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Scatlink. I'm just going to go through this locked door and then relock the door once I've entered. Yes. Even though he does not have the boss key, because we're going to have to get in there ourselves, somehow he's able to break down the lock and get in, but then the lock rebuilds itself. How does that work? I have no idea. But this lava is walkable, but it's not exactly going to be helpful to cross. So what we want to do is leapfrog on these platforms, and hopefully we don't land in it and burn, I guess. Burn, baby, burn. I'm probably going to make a lot of fire puns in this dungeon. But yes, other than this is the only one that's not in the opposite direction. Every time you find the switch to open their cell, you want to talk to them and they'll give you a tip. They're not really that information. They're not really helpful in their information that they give you, but some of it's a little helpful, and it's helpful for the dungeon at least. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In order to get into the room where Darunia went, you have to do something about the pillar stuck in the ceiling, because we can't actually make it to the door. So how did he get up there? Who knows? It's one of those questions I never answered. Find a path that leads to a room above the ceiling, what array? And he walks off. Now, how does he get back? One, how does Darunia get to the boss door? Did he scale the wall? If that's the case, then Gorons obviously have no trouble getting through here. But we're not exactly that Goron-ish, except for our tunic. So we want to open this chest to get a key. Make sure you don't miss it. Yes, once again we have keys. Pretty much all the adult dungeons, like I said, have keys. That's kind of obvious at this stage. But the Forest Temple and the Water Temple are the bitches with keys. But this dungeon's pretty linear, so there's not that big of an issue. We could try and attempt to hop over there with those two platforms, but you wouldn't make it. You could possibly make that hookshot target with the normal hookshot if you get to that platform over here. But as you can see, with the long shot, it's easy as pie. If you do that over there, you can actually get to some hearts and possibly fairies. I believe there is a fairy up there. When I was young, that was really helpful against Volvagia. Because the boss was, even though it's my favourite boss, one of my favourite bosses in this game, it's not exactly the easiest unless you know what to do. And are you serious? Get in my face. I was trying to kill one of them and the other one sneaks up behind me. But yeah, we couldn't go this way until we got a key, so now that we have that key, we can progress onward into this fire-infested room. This is pretty much where your Goron tunic, well, other than the Goron tunic eliminating the time limit for this dungeon, it's going to come in so handy when you do accidentally land in the lava, because you won't be taking like a third of a heart damage every time you fail. Some of these platforms sink when standing on them, some of them raise up, shooting like a rocket. We don't want to go up there just yet, but we do want to come over here through this door first, because that Stone of Time block will block this door in order to climb up. But I believe above is optional, so this is obviously the way to go. Step on the switch, free the Goron. I am blazing right through this dungeon. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Here's a secret for saving me. A wall that you can destroy with the Goron's special crop will sound different than a regular wall if you hit it with your sword. Now, some people think, what is the special crop of the Gorons? Well, Gorons are the only people that grow a certain type of plant. The plant that only grows on Death Mountain is a bomb flower. Therefore, Gorons that live on Death Mountain, bomb flowers on Death Mountain. Bomb flowers are flowers, therefore they are crop. They are special in that regard. They're the Goron special crop. Some people don't get that, so I thought I would explain it in detail. I didn't really think I needed to, because, you know, I'm just that informative, I guess. But yeah, we get another key, of course, because we need it. And now we're going to use the Song of Time in order to get up on that block. It's a bit of a weird way to use the Song of Time. I'm glad that in Majora's Mask it actually had a more practical use. Oh, I did not mean to fall down into the lava. Please jump and climb. Thank you. Oh, you're kidding me? That didn't work. I was trying to show off and it didn't work. That's what I get, I guess. Watch out for the fire bubbles. Okay, I want to stand roughly here, and then I want to smash buttons. And now everything's come to a standstill. Just like the block. Okay, now we can climb it. But that does block the way to the previous room, like I said. But hey, we want to get up here. Now, as soon as you enter the room, hold your button for your... well, actually turn to the right, left even, Blair, and hold your shield. If you have played A Link's Awakening, A Link to the Past, or any other 2D Zelda game other than the first one, you will recognise these tiles. They are just simply called tiles. And in most of the Zelda games, you have to actually dodge them. But in Link's Awakening and possibly the Oracle games, as well as this one, you can just use your shield and they'll just bounce right off. So, and of course there are less in the room, because they're actually models and therefore it can't handle all that. But yeah, there's also a like in this room. So just hit him with your hook shot, which will paralyze him and everything else as well. Yeah. And I forgot to scan him, like I said I would in the water temple. So the next one I bump into, which there is another one in this dungeon, I'll scan it. Because I said I would. First gold score to the dungeon right there. That's all there is in here. I feel like I'm being a little bit too loud, but in some of my videos I've realised that I've dropped a little bit quiet because I'm singing a little bit too far from my mic. Unintentionally. And therefore I'm just trying to make sure, because if I record at max volume, I can't raise the volume anymore in any possible way. So if I do talk quite loud, or if I just like sit close to the microphone, I can turn it down. So that's kind of my reason for that. Not to mention that throughout the week I've been recording in different places, like my nan's with the clocks and everything. If you reckon, well, that because me and Zelda Ocarina actually recorded a video of... oh shit! Oh, I didn't turn around. Shit! Oh god damn it! Okay, that was nothing to overreact, but you know. But anyway, me and Zelda Ocarina were recording a multiplayer online racing on Mario Kart Wii for my final Wi-Fi matches sub-series that's just started. I've got 4... that's a thing. I've got 4 series going on right now. This, then Final Fantasy VI, then Pokemon MMO Fire Red with Kazuaki Sake, and now my final Wi-Fi matches. The Wi-Fi matches are obviously on a strict deadline to the 20th of May, but you know what I mean. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. There are switches in this temple that you have to cut to activate, but you can also use the Goron's special crop to do the job. He's talking about the crystal switches that we already know what to do with, because they didn't appear in the forest temple, and as this temple you're supposed to go to after the forest temple, that gives you the clue for later dungeons with the crystal switches. But we already know that we can activate them with the hook shot or the arrows, pretty much anything that can actually hit something. I'm not too sure about Deca Nuts, but I'm not going to try it, because I'm saving those. Even though I can clearly get more, I'm saving their use other than paralyzation or flash grenade use, if you want to use that term, Metal Gear fans. But yeah. Anyway, I think that is pretty much all there is to do in this entirety of the room. Yeah, just go from one end to the next. And then we want to go through this door to continue on through. And this is one of the most memorable rooms, the block lift room. I guess that's the name. Because there's not really much any other name to give it to, really. What you gotta do is climb this side of the grating here. Not too sure if you can hookshot it. I'm doubting that because it's a metal grating. Just side jump so you don't fall. Those things you can actually hookshot to kill. And oh, you can hookshot the grating. Never normally use the hookshot against these things. I normally have the bow equipped at this stage. But I didn't want to pause and get it out, because so far I haven't had the need to do so. Give me those hearts. I think there are some hearts on the opposite side. Yes, there are. 2 bats as well that we don't need to kill. Even though I would like to kill the bats, there's no real need. So what we've got to do is push this block onto this Pfizer geyser that's shooting a flamethrower at us. And it takes a long time to push this block over the edge. But once you do, you can progress. And there we go. Jump onto it. You can actually get squished if you go underneath it when it rises. Whee! Ah. Actually, you know what? I want to show something off. Let's land on the block. Whoa, that's a long drop. Ooh, I didn't think that would hurt. Yeah, look at that. If you do a spin attack while it's raising, your magic spin gets left behind while you continue doing the spin up the block. It's pretty funny. But I really should have done that the first time, because I took massive damage, and I didn't think... It's because it raises so high, you wouldn't think it's that far of a drop. But yeah, heart damage. Ridiculous. These are fire slugs. We haven't bumped into these yet, so I'll scan the next one. I keep forgetting to scan. I know I keep saying I will because it's easy. Torch slug. When the fire its back is extinguished, it will run away. Destroy it before it relights. Basically, just whack it 2 times with any weapon, well, any sword basically, because the damage ratio doesn't really change, and it's dead. Don't hit that switch right now. What you want to do is just jump across. Because actually, the Goron that gave us that tip with the switch is actually what you need to do. Unless you want to use the hookshot or the bow, you can use the bomb as well, but I would recommend the bomb, because then you can do something else until the bomb hits the switch. So you could actually position yourself for like optimal time, I guess, if that's the right word to use. So you want to pull this block into place here, now you want to climb it. And then you can either jump towards the grating or jump onto the platform, then climb the grating. I just do a right... Okay, I'll grab the ledge, never mind. There we go. And this is pretty much why you want to place a bomb over the edge. You want to stand roughly on the 3rd block to the wall, on the very edge, press A to drop the bomb, after taking it out, jump up here, roll towards the fire. The ring of fire. Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. And you need to climb a little bit fast, but once you reach it roughly up to where the wall is, pretty much, you're not going to get burned. And no, even though you have the fire tunic, it doesn't negate fire damage. It just removes the time limit. Just like with the water tunic, it doesn't really negate water or ice damage or whatever. But yeah, this is the Boulder Maze Room, or the Indiana Jones Room as people like to call it sometimes. It's basically a room infested with boulders, and even though it's kind of a simple layout, I keep forgetting where stuff is, and I can't believe I got hit by that. And that's a dead end. But there is a Goron up there, so you want to remember that dead end for later. But if you go through here, there's another Goron. But this time we can actually reach him, because the Goron in that dead end with the boulders, as you can see right there in the cutscene, and whoa, you can actually see that the gate goes outside the wall. It doesn't actually disappear or fold in itself. But yeah, there's a Goron up there that we have to get to. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In this temple, there are doors that fall down when you try to open them. When one of these doors starts to fall, move! If you use a sample of the Goron's special crop, you can break it. So yeah, he just gave us a tip saying that there are fake doors in dungeons now. And if you are going to open it, it'll wobble and slam in your face. And therefore you want to use a bomb to destroy it. And sometimes there could be like a hidden wall behind that also gets destroyed and therefore actually reveals the true passage or another item. I was boxed in like Pac-Man, I couldn't do shit. Whatever. These boulders do have set patterns though, so once you learn the patterns, it's pretty much good. No, that's not the fake wall. There is a fake wall around here somewhere. It's over here, isn't it? Yep, there it is. Place a bomb here. There's Gold's Gorilla behind the wall. But yeah, like I said, with the fake doors, they also look a little different. For example, I think the handle looks a little out of place, and it's not it's not in the wall on an indent. It's actually placed against the wall. So that's another way I'm telling fake doors from normal doors. And there would be like normal, actual openable doors with the handle. It wouldn't be like the sliding automatic doors that you have in most dungeons anyway. So that could give you that could give stuff away as well. There's a door right here. I want to go in it, of course, because when there's a door on the opposite side of the path where we got to go, there is a Goron. I'm making massive progress through this dungeon, and it's only taken me 16 minutes. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Let me tell you a secret as a reward for releasing me. Hey, he said something different that time. Never noticed. When you're on fire, you can put it out by swinging your sword or by rolling forward. Did you know that? Yeah, I knew that since the Longo's Cavern, so he was kind of a pointless one, but hey, how are you supposed to know that fire can pretty much burn you if it touches you? I mean, it is common sense, but it's a game! I mean, when Sora in Kingdom Hearts gets hit by fire, he doesn't get set alight. Well, unless you're playing through Fate over 2 days or recoded. Because in those games you have status problems. Oh. Luckily the boulder stopped, because when they're stationary they cannot hurt you. Anyway, now that we got our keys, we want to progress on forward through here. And now we're in the centre of the pillars. If you fall down here, I believe you were going to be back in the room with the bridge. I believe so, yeah, that seems correct. But yeah, there's a ledge over there with hearts that I'm not going to jump because you could easily fall. There's a switch up there that opens that door, but I'm not going to bother doing that because we can just go do it this way instead. And of course, if a door does have a key lock on it, it is a real door, so don't worry about that. Oh, how did I mess that up of all things? Now once you go into here, it's a wall of fire again! I am not a virus game! Stop treating me like I'm on the internet invading your personal bubble. Fucking bubbles. Speaking of bubbles, there's a fire one right there. Oh my god, bubbles everywhere, it's ridiculous. If they're not actual bubbles, they're named bubbles. Anyway, you want to make all the way through here if you do not want to open that door that I told you about. Because if you climb up here, obviously the fire won't hurt you. I don't think. Good. And if you climb up to this part of the gate and drop, you'll be behind that door that's locked by that eye switch, and you'll be able to get the dungeon map without having to waste any ammo. I mean, that's not that big of a deal, but this is what I normally do, so whatever. That's just the dungeon map, so if you're not bothered with the dungeon map anyway, you can skip it. And if you go through this door, you're back here again, so you've just literally done a full circle. But I prefer doing that because I never really spot that eye switch up there, funnily enough. Like when I was first playing the game, I always did it this way, and it's just the way I always do it now, so whatever. Anyway, let's do this again. Let's get bombarded by firewall protection. Blair, can't talk today. And now we want to stand on one of these posts and let the fire go past us. Actually, no, that's not true. Excuse me. I'm thinking about later. We want to actually continue on. Up here. Now, if you remember when we were pushing that block over and then hitting that switch to climb up into the Boulder Maze room, well, there was a Goron in that room. How do we free him? Well, if you come over here... How the hell did I not grab the ledge? How the hell... I'll be right back. Note to self, don't press B in the middle of a jump so you can grab the ledge. Or you could just make it like that anyway. Ugh. So if the jump attack is supposed to propel me forward, then I should have clearly made that jump. But yeah, Navi's going to continuously say hey every time you walk onto this crack. Obviously, it's a crack, so you want to bomb it. Shut up, Navi! Hey, 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 hey! You're saying like Santa Claus, but you're not saying... Seriously, Navi? Scatlink, I hear Goron voices down below. The crack isn't even there, and you're still telling me? I never knew that. She's supposed to keep... I thought I was going to grab the bloody grating. She's supposed to tell you when you're standing on the crack, but I blew it up and she still wanted to tell me. Bloody hell. Whatever. Anyway. Now, not only have you saved the Goron, but you've opened up a shortcut to the maze room. Well, to the top half of the maze room anyway. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Here's a tip for rescuing me. Somewhere in this temple, you're sure to meet up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them, pardon me. I think that was my cornetto. Looks like you might need some of the Goron special crop, that's all I have to tell you. How do they know everything about this temple, really? I mean, I know it's part of Death Mountain, but do they know about the boss, the bosses and the mini-bosses? Do they, like, fight them on a daily basis or something? Kind of makes you wonder. Anyway. Shortcut time, because I don't want to be walking all the way up here. Okay, so apparently I can't grapple to this particular wall. That was weird. Apparently, in the blocked lift room, with the keys and everything, well, I did that spin attack up to the room below, I guess. I could hookshot to the grating, you saw. And this one I can't, so it's a bit weird, and I can't believe I just walked into him. Now, if I can just grab that magic ball, thank you. I want to jump over here. Now, I want to go through this door, and then I want to go back through, because I'm going to go set up a Forays wind warp. Well, actually, I'm not going to set it here, but, you know. And that dude's respawned. Why? Kill, bloody invincibility frames, just die. Now, this is the reason why I did the water temple before the fire temple. If you do the fire temple before the water temple like you're supposed to, you have to come back here at a later time to 100% it, because you won't be able to get a few gold sculptillars, because you require the Scarecrow song and the long shot. Here is why. Stand in this spot, play the Scarecrow song, and you can only reach with the long shot, and he did not appear. Navi's going to where he will appear. Now, let me try something here. What if I stand as close to the spawn point as possible? There we go. Now, the only way to reach him is the long shot. The hook shot's not going to reach him. Well, it looks like you can from here. That was the same noise for the hook shot because they didn't go on as long. So, okay, you can get here with a hook shot, but every time I played the game, I could never get onto the ledge from here, and I would always fall down when I did get the hook shot. So you would have to stand on that corner over there where I first played the Scarecrow song, and that would be the only way to reach this platform, because you need the long shot. But apparently the hook shot works as well, so now you know why I normally do the water temple. Another reason why I like to do the water temple before the fire temple, to make that easier. But apparently not. Proved myself wrong. Ugh. So yeah, I'm probably going to be finishing off this one part of the tower, and that'll be it. So there's a gold sculptilla making noise right as we enter. I forget where he is in this room. Come on, dude, show your face. I heard him. Oh, he's right there where you've actually got to climb up. Anyway, there's another token right there. Ow, my face. Climbing. Shimmy over here and drop. On the door. And now we're at the very tippity-tip top of the dungeon, pretty much. And there's another gold sculptilla making noises. He's right above us, I believe. Oh no, he's right over there on the wall. Okay, right in front of me. Give me the token. Okay, it's to the right a bit. That's weird. It's supposed to be right above where he dies. And even that's weird. Okay, so if I remember correctly, what I want to do is hit the switch. And then once you hit the switch, it will get rid of the fire to that. I believe the first hook shot target is a fake. If I remember correctly. You want to go all the way to the corner here, roll up the edge here. Get down here. No, okay. I forget how I do this. I always do it a little bit different each time. I swear there was a Pierre Scarecrow spawning point here. But as you can see, if you fall down, you're going to go all the way to the bottom of the dungeon. And that is not cool. Okay, I think I've figured it out, because I always forget how to do this puzzle like I've already stated. But I think I figured it out. What you got to do is hit the switch, and then you want to hit like the very edge. Well, you want to hit like the very front of this hookshot target. Like this. And then you'll slide down, turn the camera around, and then quickly run for that freaking chest. Because you can't hookshot it. And you should be able to make it, open it up, and there we go. 200 rupees, like I said, nothing special. And in the next episode, I will meet you back from where I was going to originally put the spawn point for the Boulder room, but I forgot to do so. And we'll continue doing the dungeon. See you guys then.